When it comes to gripping your handlebars, there's really only two techniques. One is to grip your handlebars with all 4 fingers while riding, and the other is to grip the handlebars using 2 fingers while resting the other 2 on the clutch and the brake lever. It's called the 2-finger technique. It may not seem that much different between the 2 techniques, but we are here to tell you that it's a big deal. And we won't just talk about it, we will show you in action.
Welcome to Motorcycle is King, where riders come to learn cool things. Follow us on Instagram at Motorcycle is King, because we are a one-rider nation.
So why is it a big deal when deciding how to grip your handlebars? Well, after 23 years of riding, we've seen firsthand how this technique makes riding safer, effectively making a huge difference in our experience as a rider. We learned this technique the first year of riding and have never gone back since. We have, however, used the traditional 4 fingers positioning while riding those long stretches of the freeway where there were no cars around, just for the comfort factor. Sure, why not? But our finger positioning always gravitated back to the 2-finger technique during all the other times while riding. Once you've learned this superior method, you'll see it just feels safer because you have more control over what your bike can do with less movement of your finger positioning. For example, one big reason the 2-finger technique is king would be this. There will be times when a smart driver will turn onto your path from a side street, effectively becoming a wall in front of you, when there was none a second ago. You will need to stop on a dime. At this point, you will have to spend a second repositioning your fingers on both hands to the levers, then you can begin the stopping process. However, with the 2-finger technique, you can avoid that step and go straight to the most important step, which is stopping your motorcycle. So that's one reason. And if you don't yet know how to stop on a dime by downshifting and applying the front brakes at the same time, you should go check out our other video, how to stop on a dime. Just go to our landing page and you can find it in our playlist. So here's another example why the 2-finger technique is superior to the 4-finger technique. There will be times when an awesome creature, like a squirrel, will be running across the road right in front of you. That 1 or 2 second delay that it will take to reposition your fingers prior to doing what's really important, which is engaging the front brakes and stopping your bike, could mean the difference between hitting this awesome creature or riding by smoothly. So basically, when you're using the 2-finger technique, you're always on the ready to stop at any given time. And it's techniques like this that gives us riders that little bit of an edge to make us stronger riders. So here at Motorcycle is King, we always ride with 2 fingers on the trigger because our goal here is always to ride home safely. And did you know there's actually another huge benefit to riding using the 2-finger technique? Well, there is. Riding the clutch will allow you to do 2 things seamlessly. One will be to stop on a dime. If you need to, you simply need to pull back the front brake lever because you're already holding the clutch lever in and the motorcycle will stop. And 2, if you need to go forward, since the clutch is in, all you have to do is release the clutch and twist the throttle. That's it. So these 2 actions are at your fingertips. No changing of the gears, no guessing if you're in 3rd or 4th gear. You just stop or go as you wish. And less movements, less thinking is better and faster. Well, that's the finger positioning game and we are the players. So let's play the game using the best technique possible. But this is what we do. We always ride using the 2-finger technique, period. But if you haven't tried the 2-finger technique, we suggest you practice it today, just so you can decide after you know the difference. So how did we practice using the 2-finger technique? Well, we rode through minimal traffic areas like our neighborhood at really low speeds. The goal was to get used to holding the handlebars while resting 2 fingers on the brake lever and the clutch lever. Then, every time, before we crossed an intersection or cross street, we slowed down regardless of if there was an incoming car or not. We were building our muscle memory. And the best part was the launch to the next cross street, where we repeated the process. So after about 30 minutes of riding and practicing the 2-finger technique, it became almost second nature to us. And like we said, we never looked back. So now, turn off this video and go practice riding your motorcycle using the 2-finger technique.